78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bells to be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share the video. Let's talk about this, y'all. So I go on Instagram, checking my messages on there. A lot of y'all reach out and tell me what content y'all want to see on my Patreon or on the No 304 show. Y'all can do that through Instagram. But I happened to see one of the brothers send me a story. Now, I'm not going to put this on the screen because I don't know if this is legit. And I don't know if this guy, I don't know who he is, no disrespect to the person. But it was a screenshot of a Twitter page. And the brother was on here was saying that, let me see, let me look at it now. He says, word on the curb is, you know what I'm saying, so this is just a rumor. Gervonta Davis versus Pitbull Cruz 2 and Lamont Roach on the same card versus Williams and Payton for the WBC title was in the works. All right. Now I don't know if this is legit or if this is you know it's a done deal or if that's what I don't know. You know what I mean? So, but we're gonna talk about it because the brother asked me to speak on it. Now, Gervonta Davis and his team have already let it be known that they want to fight Pitbull Cruz. They fought Lamont Roach. First of all, they fought Pitbull Cruz and beat him easily with one hand. A lot of people got all excited about Pitbull and Tank the first time around because Tank was using one hand and still beat Pitbull Cruz. But when Gervonta Davis pulled up Lamont Roach from a smaller weight class, from 130 pounds, pulled him up to 135, and Lamont Roach, surprisingly to me, and I admit, I underestimated Lamont Roach. I thought Tank was going to step on him like you do roaches. You know what I'm saying? But Lamont Roach stood in the pocket. He knew Tank. He wasn't intimidated by Tank, and he beat Tank up, in my opinion. I haven't met anyone in real life outside of the internet that thinks Gervonta Davis beat Lamont Roach. Nobody, even Tank fans in real life. I'm not talking about the internet because on the internet people gotta save face and stuff. But in real life, man, well, I had so many Tank fans, some of my homies and relatives that's big fans of Tank that don't get caught up in all the internet politics. So you can't be a fan of this guy and a fan of that guy at the same time. These people don't know nothing about all that goofy stuff y'all be doing on the internet. But uh, they hit me up. Hey, man, what you think of the fight? I say, hey, man, um, I thought Roach beat him. Me too. I thought Roach won too, man. That's everybody. So with that being said, with the even all the from the culture, from black social media, who are not covering boxing on a daily basis, you're talking about podcasts and different avenues. Cameron Mason, them guys. Everybody felt Lamont Roach won the fight and beat Gervonta Davis. So I just said, you know what? Tank gonna duck Lamont Roach. He not fighting him again because he gonna realize this was a mistake. And some of my boys was like, nah, bro, Tank gonna fight him. He got to. This is what Tank been waiting on. He been waiting on a dancing partner, somebody who he can make big money on him. I said, bro, that sounds good if you're talking about a real fighter. Tank Davis can fight, but he's not a real fighter to me. And what I mean by that is Tank doesn't believe in himself. Um, he's emotionally and mentally very fragile. Okay, he has a lot of mental stuff he got to deal with, psychological stuff, which is why the man keep crying out for help, telling y'all he wants to go and get therapy, but not one person is saying, "Hey, Tank, you should just forget about boxing right now and go get some therapy." No, because there's a lot of people around him that are bloodsuckers. They're around him. They want to keep pushing and pushing and putting him on that stroll until he can't. You know what I'm saying? He can't 304 no more. That's what they're gonna do for those who get it. But anyway, he wants Pitbull Cruz because Pitbull Cruz, in the mind and the psyche of the old guard in boxing, black versus Mexicans and black versus Latino sells more. That's what people think. It's not always true. It doesn't always equal into mega dollars, right? This era of boxing is not the same as it was in the past. Now everybody has a laptop or some type of electronic device in their house, and everybody knows how to get to a streaming website. I mean, my pops, my mother, I'm talking about my parents know how to use streaming services. You understand me? So it's like I don't know why y'all think this is gonna do big numbers and crazy numbers like that. You would be better off, in my opinion, making the Pitbull crew, excuse me, making the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. And the reason I'm saying that is because that fight has Tank has more to prove with that fight, and that's a fight for the culture. The culture. You want black social media buzzing. You want to get Tank name back off the top of the food chain and all of that. That's how you do it with Lamont Roach. Because if he can clear up the Lamont Roach situation, now we can start fairly having conversations about Tank possibly fighting Shakur Stevenson. I'm not even going to talk about Devin Haney because I know uh, Tank is terrified of Devin Haney, and I know Tank fans are terrified of Devin Haney. And they're gonna come to the comments, why? But why? But yeah, but you ain't gonna ask for the fight, right? Devin's pillow fisted. He got no chin. He blah 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 blah. As soon as we start asking for the fight, hey, Devin's so big, his muscles. He got so many big muscles. He's so big. Tank is a little guy. You big, 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 big. So shut up. Like y'all are just so hypocritical. But anyway, so we can start talking about if he can clear up the Lamont Roaches, because right now Tank is at the bottom of the food chain. If he can clear up the situation with Lamont Roach, now you can start talking about, work his way up, man. Maybe fight Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? Or if that's too much for him, maybe fight Shakur. Me personally, bro, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm not a Tank fan no more. So what I say is gonna come across as, oh man, you hate no Tank, and I really don't care. I'm tired of trying to like tiptoe around how I feel about stuff because y'all do. Oh, you're biased. Yes, I'm biased, and I also tell the truth. I tell you how I feel, unlike a lot of marks on this YouTube. So listen, I think Tank's at the bottom of the food chain. I don't think Tank is better than Keyshawn Davis at this point. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's better than Shakur Stevenson. I know for a fact he's not better than Devin Haney. I think I think Tank is I think Tank is like up there with T.O. I think he on the T.O. level. Whatever level that is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's what C level or whatever. All right, let's do a tier. I'm gonna have to do a tier situation going on. Hold on, let me pause this and do a tier real quick. And voila, there we have it. Ain't that just magic? Don't you just love the internet? So now, anyway, this is my. If I had to do one quick 2 minutes, this is my tier list. You know what I'm saying? As out of these current crop of guys that are fighting in or around the same weight class. This is not all the fighters, obviously. You know what I'm saying? A conversation could be had. Possibly Shakur Stevenson could be up on Devin's level on the A list, but he can't be there. He can be there for skill wise, maybe, but he can't be there for other reasons that we'll get to later. Now let's finish cooking on this Tank situation. Now I think Tank he's at the bottom with these. I mean, I just don't see it, bro. Listen, man. I know y'all try to say, oh, Tank, he fought people. Devin's fighting the people who Tanks is fighting, and Tank already fought these guys, and these guys are nothing. Well, at least nobody. Rolly has a title, and that's why he need to get got. Mario Barrios wasn't nobody, but he had a title. Ryan went and got him. Ryan ain't nobody without PEDs. See, this is how boxing works. You can make anybody look good if you put them in with the right people and let them have the right advantages. Because see, most boxing fans are going to forget that when you fighting certain people, if you got all the advantages and you pulling people up in weight, you pulling people down and rehydration clauses and all that type of stuff, people forget that. So, in my opinion, Gervonta Tank Davis should be going after full throttle Lamont Roach. But like I say, if my sources are correct, from what I heard, the person who I talked to who tells me about Floyd Mayweather situation and as much as he knows about the Gervonta Davis situation, I heard Floyd and Tank need three more fights to get out of these situations, get out of trouble. Tank would have been straight had he fought Jake Paul. But, the PBC got Tank right where they want him. They got him hungry. They got him starving. They got him on a payment plan, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? That's why Tank be getting frustrated and getting upset and this and that. You know what I mean? They lied to the man, talking about he had a 7-fight deal. He turned around and tell that lie to the public. Tank fans jumped on the internet talking crazy. Now they just ignore it. They don't even talk about it. They act like it never. They want us all to pretend like Tank never said he had a 7-fight deal where he was gonna fight Devin and Shakur and all these people. It was all a lie. You know what I'm saying? Or like Biggie said, it was all a dream. Either way, it ain't gonna happen. All right. So I hear Tank need three more fights to get right. So but they want to do it to where Tank Davis don't he can stay out of harm's way as much as possible because they're not going to put him in with Shakur Stevenson. They're not going to put him in with Devin Haney. They're not going to put him in with Keyshawn Davis, right? So the only thing I can see, this is just me guessing here, is that if the rumors are true about them trying to put him in with Pitbull, because that's the fight he wants, I can see him beating Pitbull, right? And then fighting Lamont Roach. And that would be totally justified in the minds of Tank fans, right? Well, Tank got stuff he got to clear up. Tank got stuff he got to do. Tank got stuff he got to do. All these other guys are in the mix. You got Devin Haney, who's in the mix constantly. You can't turn on the internet without seeing Devin Haney's name in the algorithm. Every fighter and their mama talking about him. In every division, they talking about Devin Haney. And I know this upsets Tank fans. They get real upset about that. They try to trick you into talking about Tank. And then, you got Shakur Stevenson just had a dominating, a masterclass performance versus Teofimo Lopez. Made the man apologize for slavery. He beat him so bad. Right? Keyshawn Davis dominating performance. I really low key want to put Keyshawn in the blue tier down there and in the bottom tier, but I think he is better than Tank though. I think, but you know what I'm saying, he ain't proved it, but I think he's better than Tank. Keyshawn, he just I really don't want him up there with Shakur because I think it's a little bit disrespectful to Shakur to have Keyshawn up there, but they buddies, they friends. So, where he go, you go, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They don't want to fight each other, so fine. They on the same level. They on the same level. You know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn with these little duck tactics he keep doing, cloud chasing, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I purposely kept the Roach off of here. I kept the Dust Mite, Richard Hitchens off of here. He didn't get no shine at all. And I think Lamont Roach is above Tank. I got Lamont Roach right there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, in between the level of Tank Num and Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just my opinion. And the reason why Devin is at the top of the food chain to me is because Devin Haney is willing to fight everybody. I ain't seen him turn down no fights, even though uh, these weirdos on the internet want desperately for the narrative to be that Devin Haney ducking somebody. But I ain't never seen people this desperate to dudes is literally out here siding with a racist and a zesty dude, Ryan Garcia. The same Ryan Garcia that's running around here with Gorlock the Gooch, and y'all give him a straight pass for it. He took PEDs, y'all give him a pass for it. He came in heavy against Devin, y'all give him a pass for it. Lost the Rolly, y'all give him a pass for that. Y'all are infatuated with this dude. Oh, Devin's ducking. How was Devin Haney ducking Ryan Garcia? How? See, this is what y'all want to happen. For some weird jig reason, y'all jig germ been activated. But from some ancestral sellout reason. Y'all want Devin Haney to bow down to Ryan, so that for some reason that's gonna make you feel good. In the first fight negotiations, Devin Haney gave Ryan everything he wanted for you guys. He did all that for the fans, so that the fans could see a fight. Ryan comes in, misses weight. Devin said, "Hey, fine, man, let's make the fight. Just pay me." What y'all do? Y'all laugh at him. Y'all laughed at him. Ha ha. Man, Bill got out negotiated. Devin got out. Devin stupid, man. Devin B side. Ha ha. Man, Devin dumb, man. Hey man, them guys made mistakes. Stephen A. Smith all on ESPN talking about how Devin and Bill were foolish for letting Ryan, giving Ryan all these concessions and stuff like that. This time, Devin said, "Nope, you cheated me once, won't happen again. Let's start negotiating. Let's get on the vital testing right now if we want to have a fight." Ryan Garcia, hey man, you know I'm the A side. But if there is no A side, we were Turkey. What are you talking about? Look, I'm getting a set fee. You getting a fee. What are you talking about, A side? What are you trying to do? You're not finna dictate nothing over here, bro. You got caught cheating. You cheated me the last time. Why are you trying to complicate this already? Whenever somebody start talking about A side, it's duck talk. Same thing Oscar De La Hoya just did with the Boots and Virgil situation. Virgil called Boots into the ring. Virgil and Boots going back and forth. They tell about they want to make the fight. What Oscar say? Hey, Virgil's the A side, the A sides. And what he do? Oscar went to court to stop Virgil from fighting Boots. Whenever someone starts talking about A side, that's their duck tactic. It's not even necessary. It's not. It's not. Why would you say that? Why would you even mention A side when you have just got caught cheating somebody and got suspended for taking dope? You run around here with going like the gooch. None of his fans care, bro. Whatever, bro. I ain't gonna forget this. I'm keeping this in my memory bank. Cause I can't wait for the next time you dudes to be over here. Chevy, you gonna do a video about X, Y, and Z? Hey, you hear about that? I don't want to hear none of that. Y'all be so outraged every time a black fighter, a black athlete, black entertainer does anything even remotely that can be twisted as zesty. Here y'all come making a million videos, sweating me about making videos about it. Ryan Garcia out here moving the way he moving, and y'all don't even care at all.
Do you find Gorlock to be attractive?
Yes.
True.
There you go. But y'all don't care. Tank Davis fans, they really they Ryan Garcia fans too. That Ryan, they like Ryan. They gonna defend him even though he a racist and all that stuff. They don't care, bro. So it is what it is. Um, it doesn't surprise me. But in closing, I'll say this: Gervonta Tank Davis, he's not finna fight nobody good, y'all. All right. So just ignore Tank fans from this day forward, man. Let's just treat Tank fans like that cousin that grandma make you take outside with you and play. Hey, go ahead, take him to the park with you. He off. He ain't right. But that's your family. You gotta watch out, look out for family. So we know that Tank them they family, but they like the family that we embarrassed of. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that when you go by their house, you can't really eat no cereal because you know what I'm saying? Roaches, mess around be in the bowl. You've been sitting in the cabin. Roaches already got up in there. You know what I'm saying? They the cousin. Tank fans is like the cousins when you get to their house. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go use the bathroom in the middle of the night. You be scared. You be scared because the lights off. You got to stomp your feet real loud just in case any mice is. Oh my god. I'm talking crazy. But y'all get the point, man. This is ignore Tank fans, man. They hurt because they know that the fighter that they support is a coward. They know that, man, and they just they jealous. So they gotta hate on Devin Haney. They gotta hate on Shakur Stevenson, and they're gonna hate on everybody that's not named Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia. Everybody on that bottom tier. Ain't this about nothing? Everybody on the bottom tier. That's all the people Tank fans gonna love and support. It must be a light skin thing. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC, and I'm up out of here though. Deuces.